Hobbyist here, and it is episode number 5 of Bowman, Ultra, and Fleer. Oh my! King Griffey Jr. Can't really see him, but he's down there. Dennis Eckersley, you can see him today. Gary Carter, and the rest here on Hobbyist Channel. Woohoo! This is season 7 of Bowman, Ultra, and Fleer. And if this is your first time here, what we're going to do is we're going to take the lower left-hand pack of each of these boxes, and we're going to pit the pack against each other, all the cards in there, and the winner will go on the face. The other packs from the other boxes, and then we'll have a winner. We'll have a gold, silver, and bronze, and then an honorable mention, because that's how we do things here. So let's get right into this and get started. Alright, our first pack is 89 Upper Deck. Still looking for anything of note out of this. We did get a Nolan Ryan we needed last week, so that's good. Nolan Ryan lithograph card, but that's still pretty rough. Then we have the 89 Fleer. 89 Fleer. There we go. 89 Fleer, we have had success in this. Last season we got the King Griffey Jr., we got the Billy Ripken black box, which we give out to the winner of the 750 subscriber video, or 750 subscriber giveaway, and the Griffey went too. And we have gotten I think we got the Randy Johnson too. It wasn't an error or anything, but we got the Randy Johnson too. So, but the good thing about it is we've got a chance to double it up, because I got 2 half boxes and they both were the same half of the box. So maybe we will actually get another one of each of those. That would be cool. We'll find out soon enough. Here is our pack of 89 Bowman. I think 89 Bowman is mostly searched, but I think it's mostly searched from a long time ago, because they do leave some Hall of Famers in there. We do get Kirby Puckett quite a bit. We do get Smokes quite a bit, but we do not get Greg Maddux for some reason. We cannot get a Greg Maddux out of Bowman at all. I don't like too much of completing the set, but I just can't get the cards I need. So here we go. This is where we start. We start with a 1993 Fleer Ultra Gold Brick Ultra Pack. I call it Gold Brick because it's bricked. Today I didn't have much time to try and de-snow it, so I'm fairly certain there's snow in there today. It's been rainy and cold, and it takes a very high temperature to get these to come apart without snow, and sometimes no matter how hot they are, they still have snow. But this is where we start. I think we've gotten the Dennis Eckersley card out of here already, out of the box. I think there's usually like 1 per box, but there might be another one. I don't know if we got the All-Star or not. I think we have got an All-Star too, but let's see what we get today. Started out with Jose Lind for the Royals. Shout out to NW Sting for the Royals. Somebody said their team. Somebody said their team today, and I can't remember who it was. Dave Burba for the Giants. That's what it was. It was a Giants. Somebody was a Giants fan that was in the stream today. And along with Goody G and Swingway Sports Cards, they are also a Giants fan. They were a newer... Oh, it was Space Cards. Something Space. It was a space name. And I've got some banding down here too, because they were bricked together and the ends were very bad. Tommy Green on the Phillies. Shout out to Mike. Space Case. That was his name. I wonder if he collects Star Wars. Phillies, Tommy Green. Shout out to Mike over at Rippin' for Rookies. Bud Black on the Giants. Already shout out the Giants. We got Ryan. What's Blitzel for the Rockies. Shout out to Ken's Cardboard. And I'm going to shout out Elk and Ohm because they're both Rockies fans. Got Jeff Reardon on the Reds. There is some snow on that one. Shout out to Shannon at Back of the Cardboard, Aaron over at Faith Family of Sports, and Pops for the Reds. We got Domingo Martinez. Shout out to Urban Car Breaks, and shout out to Alex over at Jay's Mix, and Jeff Shaw over at Shaw Racing Collects for the Blue Jays. We got ATJT Snow with no snow. That's pretty cool. Let's check the back. Did he get snow on the back? I don't know if I ever showed the back of these cards or not. We've been opening these for a very long time, and I don't know if I ever showed the back of these cards. That's what the backs look like. They have another picture of them, and another picture of them, and the team up in the corner. But JT Snow on the Angels. Shout out to Halo Hobby and TCB for the Angels. We got Scott Fletcher on the Red Sox. A shout out to Stash and Dave Durango. I heard Dave Durango was in Craig B's 12-hour live stream. He was lurking. I didn't get to talk to him. I did say hi to him though. We got Ruben Sierra on the A's. A shout out to A Mess of Things. And we're going to shout out Dad over at Rad Dad and Where's B-Dog for the A's. Doug Drabick on the Astros. Shout out to Sean, the not Jedi Master. I can't remember what his new name is, but it's Sean. And shout out to Rad over at Rad Dad and Where's B-Dog. And shout out to Hats McGee. Any of the Astros. Nothing I can think of right now. Joe Giardi on the Rockies. Pat Latish on the Brewers. Shout out to Steve Rodemacher for the Brewers. And Jim Leyritz for the Yankees. Shout out to Boonsling and Hedgehog for the Yankees. I did see Hedgehog in somebody's stream the other day. Oh, I think it was Craig's. I think it was Craig's stream that I saw Hedgehog in. Said hey to him. So what's their battle going to look like? Pat Latish. Let's do a catcher's battle. Doug Drabick and Ruben Sierra. Let's do Scott Fletcher. No JT Snow. Alright, let's just do get Latish up here. He's a rookie. Reardon. Witzel. I don't really know him. Let's do Bud Black. Tommy Green. Don't really remember him. Burba. I kind of remember Burba. And Jose Leaned. Alright, let's do the pitcher's mound first. 497, 532, 397, 341, and 277 for Doug Drabick. Ooh, he's got 10 complete games. That's a lot of points. Hope he wins. 277. He has the ERA of 15 wins. 5 wins. Is he a saves pitcher? 30 saves. So 5 minus 2 is 3. Divided by 3 is 10. So that's 15 total for wins. Okay, that's a tie. We'll come back to that one. 10. I don't know. Relief pitchers are hard to fight with. There's another relief pitcher, I think. Nope. Must have been a rookie. And no. Alright, so it's between Jeff Reardon and Doug Drabick. The most strikeouts wins, and that would be Doug Drabick with 177. 177. Doug Drabick takes the pitcher's mound. Now it's time for the batter's box. Who wins here? 290, 235. How many bats? 5. That's enough for bats. 290, 235, 275, 278. So Pat Latish gets the average. Home runs 1. Home runs 0. 3, 17, and 1, and 7. All these guys are out. So strikeouts. Least strikeouts wins, and that is... Wait, oh, I had enough at bats. Ruben Sierra. Ruben Sierra with 60 strikeouts. That's half the amount of Latish, but Latish, either he hit or he struck out. That's what it looks like. Alright, so Ruben Sierra versus Doug Drabick. This might be interesting. So Doug Drabick has 10 complete games, so 2 times 10 is 20. Plus his 15 wins is 35. So 35, he has to have more than 35 doubles and triples, and he does, because he has 34 doubles and 7 triples. So that was actually really, really close. So, what is that? 41? He has 41. So Ruben Sierra, for now, is in the gold position. Let's see if he stays there. Now I remember Ruben Sierra. He had a pretty good career. Not Hall of Fame, but, you know, definitely pretty good. Hall of the pretty good. Alright. Real easy to open up that. Chuck Krim is our gum card. On the Brewers, we've already shouted out the Brewers. Our commercial card is Whitey Ford again. I think we got like 5 of these this season. Starting with Robin Ventura before he got beat up by Nolan Ryan. Now he's on the White Sox. This is his rookie card. Going to shout out, I think it's been airbrushed a little bit. Shout out Epiphany Card Collectors and Essie Hutterbill for the White Sox. Ron James for the Phillies. Another White Sox, Jeff Bittiger. Hey, Mike Marshall for the Dodgers. A shout out to the GOAT, Brandon Jensen for the Dodgers. Got a Pirates, Bob Walk. He's definitely going to be in the thing. Got a Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer Paul Molitor. On the Brewers. Carney Lansford on the A's. Danny Jackson on the Reds. Got Jeff Russell Terrier on the Rangers. Shout out to Bradley over at Hey You Guys and 3 Good Nerds. They are both Rangers fans. Andy McGavin on the Expos. Shout out to John over at Firestar Brace because the Expos became the Nationals. And Mike Pligliero for the Yankees. Alright, so who's going to fight in this battle? Is the gum card... The gum card's not going to fight because I don't want to fight to get the gum card off. Chuck Krim. He has 291. I don't know how many wins he's got. He has 9 saves. Okay, so he can't play. Sorry, Chuck Krim. So Mike Pligliero, Andy McGaffin, he's a pitcher, right? Yep. Jeff Russell Terrier, he's a pitcher. Danny Jackson's a pitcher. Carney Lansford, Paul Molitor, definitely. Bob Walk, definitely. Mike Marshall, definitely. Nope. And no. Alright, so we'll start off with the batter's box this time. Mike Marshall. 277. 312 for Paul Molitor. Nice Paul Molitor. 275 for Carney Lansford. And Paul Molitor is the winner of that one. Home runs. Home runs. Does it say 20? It does say 20. 20 for Mike Marshall. Paul Molitor has 13. And 7 for Carney Lansford. He's out. Mike Pligliero. I guess 15 is close, but he's out. So it comes down between Mike Marshall and the Hall of Famer Paul Molitor. Least strikeouts. Wins. Strikeouts for Mike Marshall, 93. How many at bats? 542, that's enough. And 54 strikeouts for Paul Molitor. So Paul Molitor got the batter's box. Now what about the pitcher's mound? Who wins the pitcher's mound? Danny Jackson, 273. 382. 276, that's really close. 271. So Bob Walk, 212 innings, 200. Okay, they're both the same, close enough. So Bob Walk, okay, now wins. Bob Walk had the win that one. Wins 12. 23. That's wow. 10 and 6. These guys are gone. So it comes down between Bob Walk and Danny Jackson. The most strikeouts wins. Where's the strikeouts? Oh, there. 161 for Danny Jackson and only 81 for Bob Walk. Where Bob Walks won the walks. So how many walks did Bob Walk have? How many walks did Bob Walk walks? Okay, 12. That's wins. Walks. BB. 65 and 71. So Bob Walk won the walks. But that's not what is important for this battle. It's the strikeouts. The walks are the tiebreaker. Danny Jackson versus Paul Molitor. We need wins plus complete games times 2. Oh my goodness. 30. 15 complete games times 2. That's 30. That is 50. 53. Now that is probably the highest pitcher score we've had in this whole series since we've been doing this. 53. Now can Paul Molitor pull this one off? He needs 53 doubles and triples. He has 34 doubles and 6 triples. So no, he cannot do it. That is only 40. And that's 53. So wow. That is impressive by Danny Jackson that year. I remember Danny Jackson being a pretty good pitcher. Okay, Ruben Sierra, does he have 50? He does not either. He has 41. So Danny Jackson not only knocks off the Hall of Famer, he even takes the gold away from Ruben Sierra. That is impressive. Stellar year for Danny Jackson that year, it looks like. Alright. Will we get the King Griffey Jr. again to knock that one off, or the error, or one of the errors, or one of the other rookies? I don't know. Let's see what we get. Starting off with the stickers. The Indians, shout out to Scott over at Reindeer Studios. The Tigers, shout out to Last Drafts Baseball and Sticks G and the late Lisa Z. We've already shouted out the Royals and the Brewers. Our first card, typically, if it's going to be the Ripken, it's usually the first one. Alright, it's not. We got Bill McGuire on the Mariners. Shout out to Vintage Dave T. And shout out to Firestar Breaks. Flying Dutchman cards and Cash and Dads. We got Todd Worrell on the Cardinals. Shout out to Rocky and shout out to Parker Card Breaks. Bob Stanley on the Red Sox. Darryl Boston on the White Sox. Herman Willingham on the Reds. Otis Nixon on the Expos, Future Brave. Alvin Davis on the Mariners. Brett Butler on the Giants. Tom Brookins. I wonder if that's the error. If it's the error, I'll put it in there. Fernando Valenzuela. We're going to shout out Alex again because Alex dead. Love Fernando Valenzuela. Mark Williamson. Juan Augusto. Dave Stewart. He's a pretty good pitcher. He's definitely going to be in the... Sandy Alomar Jr. rookie card. Woohoo! That was a big card back in the 80s. Stick that one up there. He's not going to be in the battle though. Then Steve Shields. Okay, Steve Shields was a pitcher. Let's see what we got. We're definitely going to have Dave Stewart in this battle. Fernando Valenzuela in this battle. Is that all the pitchers? Bob Stanley. Put Bob Stanley in there. And Todd Worrell. If Danny Jackson was in there, we'd have to put Danny Jackson up here twice. Alright, so the pitchers. 323, Dave Stewart. 424, Fernando. 319, Bob Stanley. And 3, Todd Worrell. Todd Worrell has 90, 100, 142, 257. Is Todd Worrell a relief pitcher? Yes, he is. So 5. It's negative, so he doesn't get any of the saves. If your wins minus your loss, well, I think it's absolute value. I think that's right. So it's 4. So you divide by 4, 32. Divide by 4 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13. Okay, the innings pitched. So he won the ERA. He has 13 points for wins. Bob Stanley has 6, 5, and 21. It comes down to Dave Stewart versus Todd Worrell. Most strikeouts win. 78 and 192. So Dave Stewart took that. Now let's see who the batters are going to be. Tom Brookins, Brett Butler, Alvin Davis, Noldis Nixon, Darryl Boston, and that's it. Alright, these guys are going to fight our battle. 217, 295, how many at bats? 476, that's good enough. 287, that's really good, Brett Butler. And 243, so now home runs. Alvin Davis won the average. Home runs 15. Home runs 18. Home runs 6. And home runs 5. So Alvin Davis won the battle. Flawless victory. And let's see here. So we need doubles and triples. Doubles and triples. 25 and wins and complete games. Complete games was 14. 28. 28 plus, that's 50. Or 49. 49. Wow, I think he might even take Ruben Sierra with 49. Ruben Sierra 37, he has 41. 49. Dave Stewart. I don't think Dave Stewart is going to beat Danny Jackson, but we'll put him up against there. There we go. Danny Jackson. 323 for Dave Stewart. 273 for Danny Jackson. Wins 21. Wins 23. Danny Jackson wins. Flawless victory there. No surprise there, but my goodness, the pitchers are showing up today. We got Dave Stewart and Danny Jackson on the gold and silver right now. And Ruben Sierra, the only batter to make the podium so far. Let's see who's in this pack of 99 Upper Deck. Will we get the Griffey and get an automatic gold? Let's see. Jose Rube. Oh, there's $1 million right there. Alright, Todd Zeal. That's a nice card. That would have been nice to get in 1989. For the Cardinals. Zane Smith for the Bravies. Shout out to all my Braves buddies. Adam got really close to winning the 750 subscriber package. He came in second. We got Cuz, Josh over at Red Rum, Center Hill Cards, Zach's Sports Cards and Collectibles. There's somebody else. I said Cuz. Adam's Card Closet. That's it. That's all I'm thinking of right now. Jamie Moyer on the Cubbies. get the shout out the Cubs. I didn't get the shout out the Cubs last week because we didn't get any Cubs last week. But there's David M., Matty Ice, and I'm going to shout out Vintage Card Steve so I don't forget him. I might forget everybody else. Doug, and Don't Talk to Robots. I think it's Scouted Out Matty Ice. Papa Bear. Lots of Cubs fans out there. Friend Brant. Rob Ducey on the Blue Jays. We've done the Blue Jays already. Dave Volley. German Jimenez. Ken Boyd on the Red Sox. Our sticker, one of our stickers is the Astros. What's the other sticker? The other sticker? The other sticker is the Bravies. Bravies again. We've already shouted out both the Braves and the Astros. So Tim Burtis on the Reds. I think we got everybody. Fred Marcane. I don't know. I think there's an error on this one, but it may not be Upper Deck. It might be something else. Maybe Fleer. Richard Yet. I'll let you know if it's an error here too. It's probably not an error. It's probably corrected because it is the update series. Yet. Richard Yet. Mike Young. Mike Greenwell. Rest in peace, Mike Greenwell. Johnny Padres. Marvel Wayne on the Padres. Johnny Padres, and now it's Marvel Wayne on the Padres. Shout out to Stimmer's Hits and another Hoss build for the Padres. And we have Jose Urube on the Giants. Who's going to be in our battle here? Let's start with the batters. Jose Urube. I'm going to put him in there just for fun. Marvel Wayne. Mike Greenwell for sure. It's a pitcher. Put Dave Bowman there. Rob Ducey just for fun. I think he's a rookie. Nope, not a rookie. He's a pitcher though, isn't he? Yeah. Zane Smith and Todd Zeal. Todd Zeal was rookie, so he has enough at bats. Oh, no major league experience, so no, he does not have enough at bats. That was his minor league stuff. Alright. Here we go. Jose Urube. 252. 264. 325 for Mike Greenwell. The at-bats are good. Why is there a blank line there? Don't know. 231. And 315? I don't think... You don't have enough at-bats. So he's over here with Todd Zilli. Todd Zilli. So, that was Mike Greenwell. Got that? What about the home runs? Oh, I'm off the screen. Home runs.
If you do not have homework, you can do dishes.
And since it's the summer, she can do dishes. Home runs 3. 11. 22. And 10. So Mike Greenwell wins the batter's box. Flawless victory. Now the pitcher's duel. Johnny Padres, that's his first year. Mike Young. He's not a pitcher. Richard Yet. Fred Marcane. Tim Burtis. Ken, of course him. And Zane Smith. There we go. That's the ones that are going to be in it. Let's get everybody in the right orientation here. ERA 430, 534, 420, and 9. Poor Richard Yet. So Tim Burtis won the ERA. How many innings? 6. Is he a saves? No. Okay, so he has a 420 average. Tim Burtis won the average. So the wins, 5 wins, 9 wins, 1 win. Okay, Richard Yet's out. I think he's a minor league. Alright, so Ken Boyd won the wins. So now it comes down to strikeouts. Most strikeouts win. Tim Burtis versus Ken Boyd, 71-38. So Ken Boyd wins the the pitcher's mound. Now who's going to win here? This is probably for the honorable mention spot, by the way, or for the bronze. So we got wins, complete games. So he's got 11. And he has 47. 47 for Mike Greenwell. That's actually pretty decent. But can Mike Greenwell get past Ruben Sierra? Because Ruben Sierra had a good year in 93. 278, 325. Home runs 17, home runs 22. Flawless victory over Ruben Sierra. He has a chance. Ruben Sierra is definitely going to be our honorable mention. Let's see if Ruben Sierra can get into the silver, or Mike Greenwell will get in the silver. 21 plus 28 is 49, and he has 47. So no, he cannot. It was very close. He came close to knocking off Dave Stewart, but he did not quite do it. So there it is. There's our standings for this week. And as soon as I get this ready, I'll go over it. We have, in our honorable mention, we got Ruben Sierra. In our bronze, we got Mike Greenwell. In our silver, we got Dave Stewart. We had phenomenal pitchers this week. And in the gold, we have Danny Jackson. That is super duper awesome. Alright, I thank everybody for watching. If you have subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. If you have not subscribed, that button's down below. Please give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, and or comments, and let me know how you liked or disliked this video. Check out the comments, because everybody in the comments is cool. Click on that bell if you want to be alerted to my next video. And once again, everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Wubba lubba dub dub!